Just 'cause there's hair on that guy doesn't make him a damn voodoo monkey.
Ow! Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Ah! You see? So what are you going to do?
Be fit like monkey.
All right.
Live podcast.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Voodoo Monkey podcast yet again.
Yeah.
We haven't posted a few because Taylor here is a puss cake.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of lazy. I'll admit that about myself. Sometimes I don't get things done. But we're doing this now, and it's going to be posted. I know it.
It has to be.
We record podcasts sometimes and don't post them. And that's kind of a stupid thing.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Why do we do that ever?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why wouldn't it? But then we have all these problems with, like, recording them on, like, the phone or something and not being able to send them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we want to hear it back. But you could just load it and I could listen to it that way. I'm just saying.
Well. Yeah.
You just don't want to load it. Archive of conversation needs to be edited, I guess.
No, we don't need to edit.
It's a
There's
conversation.
a couple of times I wanted to edit, but I didn't.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful. It just has to unflow the way it goes.
Yeah.
It's like layering on layering. Everything's that, isn't it?
Layers. Layers like onions.
Mike Myers knew that.
Yeah,
He got it.
probably.
He understood life. He knew what onions were about.
It's weird, though, how, like, just about everything has layers. Wood has layers. So do onions. So do ogres.
A dick has layers. Soft and then it's hard.
Okay. Yeah. There's two different ways that a dick can be.
Yeah, you see, it's like fucking.
One's a layer to the other one, because there's, like, a transition. You, like, layer through the transitions from soft to hard, and then there's your layers.
And that's a fucking black hole, remember?
That's the black hole.
Yeah, the transition. Because if you go to soft, but like it keeps going, and it just sucks all the way in. Remember? It's a vagina sucking black hole.
I had some revelation about black holes, but I forget it.
I did too once I was having anal sex. No, I'm kidding.
That's the brown hole.
No,
brown eye.
I'm pretty sure it was black. She must have been bleeding.
That's like severe internal bleeding, like way up in there if it comes out black.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I got that
means
problem.
it's like got all fucked up inside of you before it comes out of you.
Then what are these doctors doing with me? Because I have that problem.
I don't know what they're doing to you, man.
Oh, well, I was kidding when I said that, but like I'm actually bleeding like black all the time. Because then I fucking like it gets all dry and crusty, and all these doctors are like, it's not a big deal. And I'm like, well, I've been bleeding on my ass for 2.5 years.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, probably. I just come to terms with probably gonna die. But that's okay.
Well,
Start
I'll die
fresh.
sometime.
Yeah, but I'll get to start fresh wherever it is, or however it is, or maybe I don't, but who gives a fuck?
Well, I think you would. Like,
I don't think you're gonna care
I think there's
once
so
it
many
happens.
different ways to die, and like your beliefs when you do die change like what happens when you die.
Yeah, I know, and I've been there, and I've had these thoughts. I don't know about that anymore. I just fucking think that's just like a starting thought. See? Told you, think about that other shit that we talked about, and you'll get places. You're getting places. That's a good thought. I fucking thought that, and I still haven't outruled that thought entirely, but like...
Well, what do you think now?
Aliens.
So there's like this thing outside of Earth.
No, but like, okay, so... If you imagine a consciousness in like this like energy kind of bubble just like floating about, and you take it and you shove it in a human body, there's a human, okay? So, like, take that consciousness...
That fucking energy bubble, though, like...
Yeah, okay. But take that consciousness, and, like, regardless if it, like, it remembers all the key points to why you would be human,
So,
and to
greater
like, to
consciousness.
learning. But, like, and that human starts, like, meditating or praying or practicing what we call spiritual belief and moving towards a higher self, a state of consciousness. So, like, you are moving into this bubble of this person you desire to be, but you have not yet become it, so you are technically just that floating consciousness.
Like a monk achieving oneness.
Yeah, kinda, sorta. But you'd be just floating there, and you'd be nothing. Because you're just consciousness. But then you come back to that body, and you're like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop acting like this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to implement this change, maybe do this. And I'm going to keep meditating to make sure I don't lose that focus, right? So there's a process of meditation. Now, let's take that a depict further. Like, how do you go further with that? Well, I guess the only technical way to actually go further beyond what we call an out-of-body experience, and people have had them, whether it was on drugs or meditating, right? It's happened. But if you take that a step further to what's called an out-of-body experience, the next closest thing I think we can associate with life is going to have to be death. You're going to have to die to experience that, because you don't get to have a real out-of-body experience, which I think it's kind of funny, because, you get people that crave this spiritual experience, this out-of-body experience, this spiritual death, these bad habits of themselves, but they're scared to actually die. But just imagine that consciousness moving that way it moved back to the body, but it moves forward into that higher self for real, and whatever that is. And I have this theory that I guess we're kind of maybe God, it's like, oh, this would be cool if somebody invented this. We were talking about this the other day, I think. And
somebody invented?
Oh, I don't know if I was talking about this with you, but if somebody invented this cool thing as I would think, if I thought to myself, it'd be cool if somebody invented a jetpack, right?
Yeah, I remember talking about this and how...
But then it's and then somebody actually invents it, and it happens within around the same time frame. It's just we're all these fractals of this one giant consciousness. This is God. We're all gods, but our God is all of us.
Yeah, it's the combination of all humanity makes one kind of abstract consciousness. So, you're just talking about that. But the jetpack thing, I like that because we invented the concept of a jetpack before the jetpack ever existed. We never knew how it would work or if it would work.
Wasn't it in comic books first? Where was the first... We should Google that shit. Where was the first place a jetpack idea was ever thrown in? And I don't know if that
I know
was it. But what if it was invented before? We don't know that. We only know. We can't say it was just invented.
That shit that Leonardo da Vinci
maybe it was.
invented.
I don't know.
He just drew these pictures of things, and he's like, I think this would probably work. And then people didn't know how to build it until such a long period of time after. That's fucking awesome. Leonardo da Vinci is the man.
Well, even think about those people, those steampunk people, the people that are into the steampunk stuff and actually take that on as a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but with the technology we have now and what they've actually found ways to make either miniature or actual full-size gadgets of this shit they've seen in movies.
Yeah.
Whether it be a part of their costume, whether it's something that they just have in their house on a shelf, or working gears and what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
I love it. Science fiction has inspired modern science.
We have to go back to one of my quotes. Have to.
But it has been inspired.
Okay, but now
science.
Hopefully I can deepen this quote for you because I've came to it a few times with you. Okay. Came to it a few times, but hopefully now with just this thought, you can allow it to soak your brain and immerse it in this beauty. Okay? Your imagination is an endless answer for impossible questions.
Imagination is an endless answer for impossible questions. I like that.
See?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, You imagine things. It's like, what are impossible questions? Why are we here? Why does the Earth? Well, we know why the Earth exists. Like, there's questions that seemed impossible that have been answered with scientific accuracy.
Oh man, this is fun work.
I think that's fucking awesome.
August 21st, 2016. That was when I wrote that.
When you wrote what?
When I wrote that quote, that was when I wrote that.
August 21st. You have this on a piece of paper right by your...
Yeah.
Right there.
Imagination, an endless answer for impossible questions.
That's awesome philosophy. Did you post that on Twitter?
Yeah, I did. I think quite a lot long after I made that quote. But, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Life is so cool. I enjoy it. Man, I almost want to, like, just see what I have here because, like, some of these aren't my quotes. Some of them are. Oh, here's another one to do with imagination. So it's July 12, 2016, a year ago to now. Like, this is kind of fun. See the growth, I guess, eh? Oh, yeah, prepare myself. It's always fucking spiritual moment. Yeah. Sometimes they fulfill you in, like, a way that it's like, ooh, take it down a notch. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Oh, this will go along with our religious talk, I guess, in some way. Imagination shapes our ideas. Ideas shape our spirituality. Spirituality shapes our beliefs. Beliefs shapes our value. Value shapes our actions. Actions shape our spiritual integrity, shapes us.
There you go. That's a fractal.
Yeah, that's
a
like
shaping
almost...
fractal.
That's like... You know, like, all those core points that, like, when you do die, if we're all, like, a piece of God and we're going back to be God in that ever-elusive consciousness with what we learn so that we can keep creating life and keep growing and building on ourselves because that's how fourth-dimensional beings fucking work. I love that. Anyways.
Somebody listening to this is like, fourth-dimensional beings? What the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, but that...
We travel through time.
No, but really, God's omniscience. He's not bound by time, right? Fourth dimension. He's past, present, and future.
Well, he's gotta be like...
But, like, it's not he.
The highest dimension.
And to specify to you fucking morons out there, and if you're offended I called you a moron, I don't even give a fuck. Because we are not talking about your God that you go and worship in the church on a Sunday here. We are talking about God in the sense of what God really is to humanity. More the anapologetics of God, like why there's a God, why he exists, but not from a Christian standpoint, from a logical philosopher's standpoint to why people believe in a God and what that God really is now created by archetypes and us now in society. Okay, and if you don't understand that, fuck off. Just kidding.
Well, I mean, if they don't get that, then, like, how are they going to get anything else?
We just said, like, one of, like, the
we
most...
just lost all our followers! Oh, shit!
Oh, no! Come back! We were kidding!
Oh, no, we don't edit! Shit!
No, we're not editing that. But anyways, I just say, like, one of the most complex religious concepts that you could possibly, like, state in a breath that I have to, like, consciously be thinking about it. And I'm like... But if you don't get that, you're fucked hard. Fuck off.
It's like something that's really hard to get.
Yeah, like not even that easy. Okay, no.
To some people.
Okay, no, I'm just kidding. And you guys aren't idiots. No, that was a joke. That was a joke.
You were not joking. It's a joke now.
Some of you are idiots.
Some of us are idiots. There's a lot of times that I feel like an idiot. I'm sure you do too.
Yeah, when somebody says something smarter than me. Every time. And I'm like, oh, well, shit. Step my game up.
I find it
No, do you know what? I appreciate people like that. And the reason being is And this is what makes you an idiot.
If somebody says
Okay, in
something
my
that's
mind,
not-
okay, this is honestly what makes you an idiot. It's kind of like the same thing that makes you a shitty person. If somebody's
Right.
smarter than you points something out that you're doing, and you are too fucking arrogant to let yourself go and just be like, oh, well, maybe I should change that. Or too focused on whatever it is you're focused on to see, like, what maybe somebody said was maybe, like, trying to get at something else. Like, but, like, if you can, like, fucking do that, that's better. Like, don't fucking, like, if somebody smart points something out and you change it and make that corrective action, you're smart. You're interested in learning. If
Well, you
you're,
gotta show
if you're,
that you
yeah,
haven't
if
learned.
you're interested in
You
just
you-
living in your own world and being a selfish being and thinking you're the only thing to breathe air on the planet, go fuck yourself.
Who literally thinks that, though?
I'm not
don't
even
think
going to
I've
say
met anybody
names.
that's-
We're not saying names because I got to not do that on podcasts. But I can give you a list. I'm
All
sure
right.
you can think of a couple that I'm thinking of right
I
now.
can't think of anybody. Except for myself.
Cutthroat bitch.
They're- oh, fuck.
Oh man, this is good. This is good. I think we should read this one. Let's see where this one takes us. Man, what a good podcast so far. I'm really glad we
What a good
decided to do
podcast so
this
far.
today. Alright. Who am I? Oh wait. What am I saying? Who I am is not important. Or not that important of a question. Perhaps what I am in the bigger picture is a better question. I despise my own race, human. Still, I love them as much as I despise them. Unpredictable yet predictable. Humans are a paradox. Still, they interest me. Sometimes I wonder why I waste my time with others. Because of purpose, mostly. I have a desire to show empty lives how to fill up on meaning, while emptying my own life and finding new meanings. I'm obsessed with not only improvements in myself, but watching improvements and personal growth take place in others. Most important, I like watching people make peace with their gods. There are so many fascinating, imaginative properties of human sacrifice and what they worship. We all have something. Then there's the laws of the universe and the actual qualities of something that is beyond the highest wisdom and most radiant beauty, which are dull faculty. Oh shit, I went into another quote there. Serious. Okay, there's something beyond. Fucking, oh my goodness. That sucks. I hate when that happens. That
You lost
really.
the page. You got
Yeah,
all these, like, mismatched pages.
Yeah, that really fucking blows because, like, that's a fucking great one. Oh, here we go.
You should-
So let's back up. And then there are the laws of the universe and actual qualities of something that is beyond understanding, much, much bigger than human.
Your reading voice is boring. I gotta
Really?
say, it's like so monotone.
I don't know
I
how
have
to
a
make it
great reading
exciting.
voice, so
Okay,
I'm,
maybe
like,
you should
critiquing
read
your
these.
reading voice.
Alright, maybe you should read them, but don't read the ones we've already done. So if we've done it, hey, look, my piano shit. That's fucking dope. Alright, anyways, here, pick one. Go ahead. Like, because, I mean, that's good shit. It's fun. It's fun. I'm interested in reading some of these because, like, I haven't pulled these out in years. Well, years. 1 year.
Here's some quotes. We'll just read these. To live is the rarest thing in the world.
When you've done a lot of LSD,
Most
feels
people
like
exist. That is all. Oscar Wilde. That's pretty good. Like, like, how rare is it to live? Think of the entire universe. And we're living beings, man.
No, but
That's what that means.
Okay, no, but that's not what that means. Not
well,
my perception.
that's not exactly
No,
what it means.
okay, it is
Most people
though. It
exist,
is
that
power
is all.
suggestion, right? You draw that meaning, that's what it means. But I'm just gonna say that, like, fucking okay. 2 things. One was what you said, like, yeah, I've thought about it that way, but like, what about like thinking about it the other way? Like, what if you were created into an entire another being? Just saying. Anyways,
So, like, what?
like, not
other being
necessarily
could you
on
possibly
Earth.
be?
What if you
Are you
were
talking about
made
an animal or,
What if
like-
you? Yeah. What if you were made an animal? But what if you were made an alien?
What if you were made an endangered species and you were like one of the last year species?
Yeah, but like, yeah, that'd be
it'd be like the rarest thing in the universe.
And then there was just like a pack of hunters trying to kill you.
Oh my god. That'd be the worst.
But like, that's okay. God's got your back. He gave you razor teeth and the ability to learn how to throw ninja Chinese stars. Just kidding. Okay, but
ninjas.
Like zebra ninjas,
chimpanzees.
Okay, but like, fucking,
they're not dexterous.
Okay, but like,
they're too clumsy. They know how to throw poop, not ninja stars. Monkeys throw poop, not ninja stars.
Okay, but like, fucking, to live is the rarest thing at all, or is one of the rarest things. Like, fucking, it's always a rare thing to live. Yeah, I guess, but like, fucking, I think it means more of like you're existing. So like, you were here.
That's the second.
But that's the other.
I read
part.
The first sentence.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, but like,
that's even a
like,
sentence.
You're
There's
here.
A second sentence.
Yeah,
like,
you're.
This quote is amazing.
Yeah, but you're here, and like, if you don't do anything with your life, you're not really living. You're just passing time. You're existing.
That's like a law of life. You have to pass time.
Yeah, you have to. So like, don't make that your life.
If you're
your life can't be about. Your life can't be about passing time. Like for me, I look at life and I'm like, well, shit, I'm running out of time here. I gotta keep going because I'm gonna fucking. I want to do this. I want to do this. I have to do that. You know, like.
Okay. Fast forward humanity like 1,000 years. So it's a science fiction. We're in space. We're traveling in space. We have the ability to freeze our bodies and travel these great distances over like 100 years or whatever it ends up being.
Can't we actually freeze our bodies?
That's an option.
I'm pretty sure that
for us to pause ourselves in time.
No, but
just let time go.
No, but like, can't we actually do that?
Crazy. That's going to be something that's going to actually happen.
No, but I'm pretty sure this has already happened.
I don't think there's...
No, Google this shit. I'm pretty sure this shit's already happened.
Maybe like some secret lab somewhere.
No,
figured it out, but I don't think it's...
No, like, I think it actually
That'd be big news. I would have heard about this. There's no way I didn't hear about that.
No, I think they have. Well, hold on, I'm Googling this right now.
Go ahead.
Cannot search.
But anyway,
low battery. You need to Google this because I have a low battery. What am I going to do? I have no plug-in outlets in here.
My phone's a recorder. Just forget about it. I still want to read this second sentence.
But my battery's going to die.
What is that? Grab a charger.
I can't. I have no plugins in here.
You have no plugins here. So do we have to move so you can charge your phone so you can Google some random thing about cryogenic freezing?
No, I just got to charge my phone so I don't lose the podcast.
I'll be able to email it to you.
No, remember how that went last time?
No, that's because of the way I was trying to email it to you. I need to download this onto my computer, and then I can email it from my computer. I can't do it from my phone.
Well, that's great. I got 22 minutes of awesomeness before I fucking fuck that up. Well, that's great. How long? At least I got 22 minutes. Segment 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still got one going,
This hour is 22 minutes.
It would have been cool to have 2 microphones, each kind of... We'll work to that eventually.
No, we gotta stop with this. We'll work to it. We need to make a game plan. This works
right now.
No, okay, this works, but let's make a game plan and let's get some cool shit. Enough of this fucking bullshit. Let's get some fucking shit that works. Fuck this. Let's buy some fucking cables that plug into some laptops and plug into some program that fucking record us good. And then we can like throw onto this and do this recording and do this, make this sound and do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, we will. We got to. I mean, if we want to, that's something to invest in.
Time to upgrade. Time to evolve as human primates and move from one stage of our evolution to the next.
Last podcast was you calling me on my computer and me recording it through my computer speakers.
We went through
So this
Skype.
is another way better step because now we're both live in the same room on the microphone, and it's probably pretty good because we're just talking there's not a lot of ambient sound.
Yeah,
I
and
just
no,
do a little
don't get me
tweaking
wrong,
and-
don't get me wrong. But, like, we can make such
sound
better
awesome.
quality, and it's not that hard. We just need to invest a little bit
I
of
don't
time,
think it's gonna be that
a little
much
bit of
better
money.
quality.
No, I think it will be. I think it will be quite better. And I think that, like, we'll be able to, like, fucking really play around with that. Because, like, then you can have, like, literally, you could, like, cut out of a podcast. You put, like, a segment in the middle of it if you want. And then you could, like, cut back out of it. Plus, we can, then, if once we have that initial setup, we can work towards a video setup.
We should talk about this, like, after the podcast.
No, it's a perfect thing to talk about in the fucking podcast. We're talking about technology. Technology is cool because there's, like, this links into that. It's layers, man. It's fucking layers. This goes into that goes onto this, and it makes that. You know?
It's a recipe.
Like, yeah, like, check this out. Check this out. It's like, you play guitar, right? So it's like, your brain knows the notes, your fingers do the notes, you press the strings to make the notes, on the guitar, you plug the cord into the guitar, into the amp, you magnify the sound of those notes, you change the sounds of those with your pedals and stuff, you have like your crybaby, you have like all your fucking shit, right? You can make your board, you customize your board, you make that guitar sound just like you, and you make that rig yours.
Yeah. What's your point?
Same thing with a
Just a bunch
podcast.
of layers.
Yeah, it's the same thing as a podcast. It's all the same kind of shit. It's like
You're
fucking-
talking about customizing it. Like
No,
the way
yeah,
you
we're
have to talk
customizing
about
our lives, man.
it. Yeah.
We're making our lives ours. How is that ever a bad investment? We have the better equipment. We're going to make a better podcast. We're going to load better. We're going to pay for some good shit that we can actually upload our shit to. More people are going to listen to it. Because we do get a few listeners. But I'm sure if we actually, like, fucking loaded it to something good, practice a little more, like, we'll get there. But, like, without the goal in mind, we ain't getting shit. We just have to, like, well, we could, potentially. But, like, I think, like, those things have to be goals. We're not going to just show up one day and be like, hey, we're just going to buy all this equipment right now. Like, that's not going to happen. So we need to have the fucking goal in place so we can work towards it. And just because we buy that piece of
Yeah,
equipment doesn't
that's
mean
already
we
there,
might
though.
not get to use it right away for that.
Yeah.
But, like, that GoPro idea might be an idea. And then, like, a couple laptops. And a couple, like,
We
you know
only
what?
want-
Okay, so, like, hold on. I was thinking about this. This is perfect.
We needed like a soundboard.
Yeah.
throughout.
Okay, so, yeah, this is what I was thinking. If I buy a fucking, whatchamacallit, one of those music programs on a
Mhm.
laptop, and I fucking, like, pretty much if I buy the DJ equipment, just a little bit of money. It takes some point. It's gonna take a little bit of point to get there. But then we could, like, use that for all our sound equipment. So, like, I could fucking, like, make intro fucking music. I could, like, fucking, I could do so much shit with that. And then, like, actually record the podcast on it. Because I can, like, I have different layers of windows. I can, like, this here, this here, this here.
Yeah.
You know, and I
It
think
would be
that
sweet.
I think that would be fun. And then, like, you could play your guitar and I could fucking, like,
Record it.
record it, layer it, and throw it into some, and then, like, make a beat to match your guitar. It would be dope. It would be a dope podcast. It'd be fun. But, like, my whole idea is, like, if we can take, like, a podcast that's, like, here, pass me your vape for a second. It's a vape illusion. Look out. It's just, pass me your vape.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah. Okay, so, like, if we take a podcast, and it's like, remember the pen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're started at the pen, and then we're now, like, this thing. This middle vape here. It's
Mm.
kind of like, okay, and then it's like, and then you got the fucking Mother Lord. And it's like we want to get to the Mother Lord, except it doesn't stop there. It just, like, keeps building, keeps becoming. I don't want it to only be a conversation. It'd be amazing if we could, like, take human talent and somehow display it through this
You got a bathroom here?
podcast. Yeah, of course I do. It's just to the left there.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause this. He'll be back. So Taylor had to take a shit.
I didn't know. Yeah, I took the greasiest shit ever.
I did not. The greasiest shit ever. It was just like a McDouble coming out his ass cheeks on flatbread.
Flatbread. There's layers to this poop, let's just say.
Layers, again with the layers. Oh, man.
So, what we were talking about.
Yeah, about the layers on our podcast.
Oh, yeah, we could just... I was going to say something about the... Well, I was going to get us back on track to where we were before we...
Oh, like during the...
Before we
before? During our break?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, we're... Before you said you'd be right back, we're talking about layers on the podcast.
Yes.
Like, oh, so the concept, though. Like, of just, like, evolving from this one thing and layering to become this and this. So it's like, if I take my, like... Pretty much, like, this is my idea. We take a collective talents that you have. So, like, your guitar, your music and shit. And we take the collective talents that I have and I work towards. Like, so, like, my keyboard and, like, wanting that mixing equipment and that kind of stuff. And we can collaborate some kind of, like, music / talking podcast. You know, it's like we talk about this. So, think about this song. You know, like, and talk about that. We can still have our working out and stuff in there. You know, like, but it would just be, like, this evolving conversation through music.
That's fucking like any band. We're talking about starting a podcast band.
Yeah, but not a band. But, like, it's like, you know, I could, like, be messing around or, like, playing something and then, like, end an intro and be like, oh, you know, that sound made me think of this. Or, you know, like, it'd be just layering and, like, just making things better from one thing to the next. Like, but overall, but I think it'd be cool if whatever we were doing on the podcast, in the end, like, overall was composing this, like, piece in a way, you know? But, like, so, like, every time we did a recording, it was layering on top of itself into something more complex and more intricate.
I'm imagining this in a weird way that it's like a band podcast.
Yeah, I like that. It's
podcast.
Not the wrong way to look at it. It's just not what I was thinking. But, like, essentially kind of yes, except we're not, like... Well, yeah, I guess in a way doing it. But, like, for some reason I don't like the word band. We're making a artistical radio station. Just kidding. Okay, but, like, a radio station kind of idea. Sort of. Like, you got your talk show, but you got your music.
Yeah. So,
but, like, we're doing the music. But, like, the thing is, like, with the mixing equipment, I can take one song, another song, I can do a mix, a collaboration. We can talk about why we... Yeah, but we talk about, like, why we created that or anything. But, like, we needed a starting point with the music because, like... $5,000 of equipment is, like, that I'm gonna need.
It's gonna be a while before this.
Yeah, but like, the keyboard, though, and the guitar, that we can implicate earlier on. We just need the program and the laptop. And, like, I think that would be a good starting point. And, like, we could fucking just see what we can create with that because, different settings and stuff. Like, I think it'd be a nice thing. But, like, possibly might have to change the name of the podcast. We'd be still like the Voodoo Monkeys, but, like... No, I like the Voodoo Monkeys, but, like, I think we need to almost add something to it in a way. So, like, there's a layering. So now, like, we've started with this element, and now we're evolving it. So, like, I'm excited for it, but, like, fucking, like, I don't know what you would call it. Like, Voodoo Monkeys, I don't know. Tune of the Voodoo Monkey.
Yeah.
Tune of the Voodoo Monkeys.
Well, just
VMT, Voodoo Monkey Tunes. Tune into the Voodoo Monkeys. Oh, I like that.
That's a good word to use, I think.
I think it is.
Tunes.
Or banana beats. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, tunes, yeah, Voodoo Monkey tunes.
That's kind of cheesy, I like that.
Tune into the Voodoo Monkeys.
Banana beats.
Yeah, but that could be a session.
This is us taking turns on a drum kit.
Oh, banana beats? Oh yeah, and then that could be a session. We could get an electrical drum kit, and then like we could fucking hook that up. Also, I can hook anything up to that system, and then like we could fucking layer in that. But banana beats could be just us like fucking around on an electrical drum kit. Don't even have to be good. We can just fuck around, and then like if you have a section, it's like maybe 30 seconds each clip, so it's like a minute segment in the show, and then like just see if we get better over time. That would be fun too, because then it's
you
like
can use your electric drum kit. I'll definitely use an acoustic kit. That's all I can imagine with.
no, but like then we would have to buy a drum kit and a place to put all that. Man, electrical kit would be the way to go. I can't use. It's going to be a lot harder for me to record an acoustic kit onto a system like that. Like, I would need to, like, actually have it in a studio, have you record, then take that recording and move it to that system. So, like, that's what the difference is.
Okay.
So, like, I couldn't necessarily do that.
Changes things.
Yeah, that's why I said electrical kit, is because I can plug that right into the system, and then, like, I have this big cube box thing, and I can fucking, like, plug it into there and then distribute it through the sound program.
So you could be like very much electronic stuff, and I could be. Well, I'd have electric guitar. I could try to learn.
How did that work? Somehow I'm turning into the tech guy, and you're moving into the other dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. That's
See?
weird.
See, we're all the same.
This is reflecting my
We're the same.
future decision of like being an astronomer or.
What?
Yeah, astronomy's cool.
Okay, what did that have to do? I need to know the connection there. That one I have to know the
There's
connection.
no Vista better than a celestial Vista.
A Vista. Vista? Microsoft Vista or Windows Vista?
No.
Yeah.
I'm talking about space.
No, but like, I know
Just
you're
imagine
talking.
a nebula.
Think about the
Like-
fucking words. Just think about the words.
You
Think about
never
the
get bored of
technology.
looking at nebulas.
Technology, space, words. Think about it.
Technology, space words. Think about it. What do
What
you?
you just said. Anyways, this fucking fascinates me beyond belief.
That might mean that it's something so familiar.
Yeah, like that's your Google Play logo.
Well, it's just a coincidental
Is it?
quirk of the geometry printed on that VHS tape that's blank.
Is it? Okay, I want to show you something. So, like, fucking, you got an LG. Let's go into here. Where's your Google shit? There it is.
It's in the bar that says Google. Oh, you mean all the apps in Google? It doesn't look like.
Okay, look at the Play Store app.
There you go.
Okay, look at the colors of the Play Store app. Look at that.
Kind of crosses over.
They're all the same. Red, blue.
I wonder how much design
Yellow.
goes into these things, like the Google Play Store. Like, they paid somebody to make that, of course.
Yeah, of course, but like, we're talking about human evolution
so
and
simple.
stuff, but just think about it.
Awesome.
This is, you could record onto this at one time. This is a blank tape you would put in your VCR and you would record a movie onto. And it was called, what is this, Memorex? And you had 120 minutes on it, or whatever, of high standard, full lifetime warranty. I wonder if that still applies. Full lifetime warranty. I bet you it does.
Well, it says full
It's
lifetime.
full lifetime,
warranty.
and we're alive.
Unless
and
they
it exists.
determined the lifetime of the thing to be like 10 years or something.
Yeah. But like, anyways, so you have this thing.
It's
Will
such
be
a short
replaced
amount of
free
time.
of charge ever found
For a
defective
VHS
in
tape?
materials or work. Yeah, and like, so
Well, it depends on if you use it a lot.
well, at one time we were using that shit. I'll be right back. So like, anyways, we were using these fucking tapes to record with, to record movies and stuff with, and now like you think about it's like what you have to record with your phone. You know, like, it's like, oh, Google powers this thing. It's like, and man, it's just like recording they were like, rather than just recording on a tape, we'll make this digital platform that you can record, like, boxes of your brain with, essentially.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. You can, like, output
like, each app is essentially one of these.
But like, those memories
you customize that app to be your app.
Memories of looking at memories.
But like, you customize that app to be your app, right? You have your profile if it's a game, your thing, your whatever. If it's Nike Plus, you got your claw mirrors you make, your profile picture, your thing, like your Twitter account, your Facebook. Like, each thing is like this thing that you like have up in your head, and then you like loading it to this. It's the same idea as like this, except we just got more complex. Like, all those apps are like, well, essentially, it was, how many are there? It's like 5. You have 20 right there, plus 4 more. 24. It's like 24 of these tapes. Except you don't have recording time necessarily on them, but the space you have on them is equivalent or just as much. And how you expand those apps, and how you outwardly post then that to the net. Versus, this was a record onto this and then post it into your VCR to watch it through your eyes. But, like, I just find that so fascinating
that's pretty cool.
That the logos, though, like, overlap. Like, I saw that, and I was like, that looks like a fucking Google logo. Like, I was like, that was the first thought I saw. I was like, oh my god, that looks so much like Google. I was like, this is ridiculous. I started taking a picture of it and sending it to all my friends on Facebook. I was like, look at this. I'm like, this was around when we were like fucking 6.
What a string that connected you bringing that VHS tape to relating it to Google to talk about all those apps to whatever else you even went to. I was like thinking so deeply because I stopped when beyond the physical thing of a VHS, which is like, the more you use it, the more it gets worn out, right? What if human bodies are the same way? And the more you use it, the more worn out it gets. But like, how do runners keep running for so long?
Yeah, there has to be evolution.
Does it degrade their joints, or does it make them like super lubricated or something?
I don't know. But like, people are definitely like that. We can layer. We can evolve into this next thing. So like, I mean, what we call fucked up isn't always fucked up. You know, like, if your foot changes shape and a doctor's like, oh, that's unnatural, we're going to try to put your foot back into this natural setting, but at the same time, what if that unnatural setting makes you move faster? So, like, I don't know. Fucking evolution needs to happen, you know, at some point. But more or less, like, not even thinking about running, just like apps, like, that's your brain. This is your brain. Like, I was just thinking though,
I had something awesome about running too.
Oh,
sorry to cut off your thought.
All good, but what were you thinking?
As I was running, I was thinking about how awesome it is to be going for runs and kind of like you're on this local track. Like, it's weird in the small town that I've been in because there's not very many places to run.
Yeah. Well, there is a pathway, but like, I gotta go show you the old cross-country track we used to run out there because like, there is a way to run out there, which is pretty great, but like, yeah, it'll still get boring after a while.
Do the same thing, but like, when you first go out, you first explore, and just remembering that every time you run after that.
Okay, so I keep imagining life. Okay, so like, if you can take technology, okay, so like your cell phone, right? Like, we have watches, we have that kind of shit now. But like, if you take something like your cell phone, and like, you get these implants that are like fucking little infused micro ports that are kind of like Avatar-like or like Matrix-like.
So like, people plug into computers.
Yeah, so you could take your phone, infuse it, and control it with your mind through your DNA and everything.
Man, I see it as computers plugging into us.
Yeah, exact. Yeah, okay, but who cares how you see it right now? But like, then you could do this, Alright? And, like, fucking, that becomes, like, your personal God panel in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I have this cell phone sitting on my arm.
To channel consciousness.
Yeah. But, like, you can just, like, fucking create things because you can control what's out here with what's here. That is essentially like Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, that's like learning how to use the Force for the first time. Like,
I am so excited to live in this world. Everybody, okay, a lot of people are scared. Granted, we should be. Lots of people should be scared too. But, like, as a claim being of, like, I feel like I've reached this stage as, like, I'm at my current high stage of consciousness. I know there's going to be another level. And I'm already trying to work towards that, and however I do that. But, like, always making myself a better person. But, like, it's just, like, there's these other levels that we can get to that we just haven't been to yet. And, like, I mean, I've discovered him as, like, as a human, you know, for sure. Like, that's very real. Like, literally, through the use of some drugs and just, like, some practice and, like, visual and, like, a couple of videos, like, I went from, like, not knowing how to, like, play a keyboard to, like, it sounds like I now played it my entire life. Like, that's like, what, I put, like, 26 hours into it? Learn to play a keyboard?
well, when you do something on like such a one track kind of thing, you're just doing that all the time. That's the best way to learn.
Yeah, well, it was like fucking, yeah, kind of, sort of, but it was just like real focused on it. And that's where the drugs help because, like, when I was on LSD and mushrooms that one time I was playing, it was like, you know, and just like, I was relaxed, so I just hit a note. I was like, oh, you know, I didn't like that, but then I realized I was hitting chords, and I was like, how the fuck am I hitting chords? I'm like, I didn't even know these chords existed. You know, I know they're chords, they sound like chords, I know for sure they're chords. You know, like, it was guaranteed. Next day I looked them up in the morning, because I could still play most of what I was playing the night before. It was a little bit better the night before, but I could play most of it still. But, like, I was like, okay, so, like, that one part where I'm coming from, like, this into this, like, F sharp, and I'm like, how did I know that's an F sharp? I'm like, I don't fucking know it's an F sharp, but I did, I guess. You know, like, it was pretty fucking amazing. I was like, wow. Okay, so I guess I magically just know things about fucking music that I didn't know I knew. You know, like, I'm like, that's pretty cool. But, like,
Just
yeah.
unlocking new places in your mind, like on your own. You're reaching discovery.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
but, like, I
that's
think it goes in everything, though. Like, it's, like, whether it's working out, whether it's, like, let's be like, total human. Like, what is that? It's, like, that isn't just, let's just eat healthy, work out, and talk philosophy. Let's fucking, like, gotta have music in there. You gotta have fucking some, like, philosophy. You gotta have some fucking politics. You gotta have everything. You gotta have life as a whole. You gotta take all these analogies that 7.5 billion people dispersed into the world to make through fucking one another and having babies and raising those babies to become whatever they are mixed with their DNA and how they were raised to, like, learn this other fucking thing to come back and try to tell their families about it. Like, it's a cool fucking concept. Some of them, it's like there's a break in the connection because the family doesn't want to know what was learned. You know, so, like, maybe that's all good, but then they go forward and, like, they learn and then they do the same thing, and it's just like, what the fuck? This is a beautiful process, man.
Yeah. You know, you get to some deep thoughts sometimes. Deep thoughts are awesome. So, like the ocean.
Ooh, I like oceans.
Yeah, I just, like, spilled into my own ocean there, and I was like, deep. Ocean's deep.
See, I don't get to listen to myself unless I'm listening to the podcast after anyway, so, like, I don't know what I sound like. I just talk because I'm, like, I have this theory and I've worked on it for a long time, you know, like, and the more I talk about it, the more I work through it, you know, Because,
Yeah.
like, where that theory is the first time I've said it to where it is now is quite developed. Like, again, layering.
I wonder if there's
That-
worlds out there where there's
Layers.
like,
Layers is the name of
layers
this
to-
podcast, eh?
yeah, this will be the Layers podcast. I just went to another podcast.
Layers.
I'm sorry.
Layers and Greg's Lair.
Layers in Greg's lair.
Yeah, we're in my lair.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Layers in the lair.
Layers and Greg's Lair.
What is it? Yeah, I
Equals
guess
equal
it's
sign.
layers.
Layers on layers.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I think we might as well call it that.
Yeah, I think that's fucking. Yeah, that one was a home run right there, right off the hop. This is fucking. I am like astounded by this. That blows my mind. Wow. And I just think about now. Like I've been also thinking about like how colors correspond with like what we like. Like for example, I have that fridge here. It looks cool. I have no plugins in this room. I can't technically use it in here, but I have it in here. But just because I like how it looks.
Yeah.
Complete useless object. Got a car model on it.
People collect useless objects.
No, but like my point is
Its use is that you see it.
yeah. Now its use has changed.
Now it's a stand for something.
Yeah. Now it's like
just,
downgraded.
That's like a
But, like,
secondary use.
But see, humans don't work like that. We don't get downgraded like that. Well, I guess we kind of do in the way of setbacks. So, like, if like a giant tsunami hits your town, or like somebody gets murdered on your street, or you know what I mean? Like, that's a setback, and it's like you hear about it. I think that's why negative news is so impactful, because it's like it's affecting all of humanity. Like one of the fractals died. Hey, you know, like this part of God, that neurological brain responding sector, which is that person just like fucking fused out. So then 2 other neurons now have to make up the connection.
That sounds complicated. But I mean,
Or like it's like a circuit of
that's
Christmas
like
lights.
splitting
Take
off
out
in
one
two
bulb,
directions.
take out one bulb, and the whole chain dies.
Only if it's wired in series.
Circuit lights. That's what I said on a
Or in
circuit.
circuit.
Yeah. So like when you take out the
Well,
one
they're
from the
always in a
circuit,
circuit.
but yeah,
Isn't it? If it's in
Yeah.
series, like it's not parallel.
no, but like when you take out one Christmas light out of the Christmas light, like a bulb, all the bulbs die.
Yeah, that's because of the way they're wired.
Yeah, I know. But
You can
that
get
is
ones
the
that they
exact same thing that I am making
Not more
that
special.
analogy to. So, like, when one person dies, if we're all the bulbs instead of neurons, I guess, so because that was complicated. But if we're all the bulbs, and then one of us dies, we all die a little bit. Because, like, we're feeling it. Because even though we're maybe across the world or a different fractal of that consciousness, we all came from this place that we all in here know that we've been trying to describe for fucking thousands of years. It's beautiful, actually. I love it. But it's so progressed. Like, I've been thinking about language. It's like, we're like, oh, what if we had alien languages one day and stuff like that? Like, don't we already? Like, look at the slang in Messenger. But, like, not even that. Like, you have an emoji. I can send you for anything, and you would know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I literally sent an arm and a shit and thought the word strong shit. And to prove this point to somebody the other day. And they fucking looked at it. I'm like, what'd I say? And they were like, strong shit. And I started laughing. And I'm like, and that is exactly what I mean. Look, we're slowly creating this more intricate language. We've layered it into like more like a Chinese type thing. This symbol means this thing, which means all these things.
Yeah. There's more layers again.
layers upon layers. But isn't that cool? I love that about
so
language.
many layers now. I'm like slowed down. I'm like I gotta really think about these layers. Gotta stop thinking about the layers. They're there. Like
You gotta fucking. Isn't it cool?
I'm just looking around the room and I'm thinking about
Here, let me
layers
make
in
it.
the walls.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
there's
like,
drywall,
okay.
there's
Think
studs,
about it.
There's
Like,
wires.
think about it. As
There's plumbing.
they're all dimensions.
They're all in dimensions.
Think about them as all their own dimensions.
Dimension. I think I know how you're trying to.
And think about like the
explain
spaces between each of the dimensions as dimensions. So you have infinite dimensions.
Oh, yeah. See, I know what you're talking about now. There's like the dimension of here to the to the paint that I see.
But like,
And behind that,
but then
there's
you
other-
have the
there's
dimension of this
drywall.
and the rest. But like, let's start at the wall. You have like the dimension of drywall. You got the paint layer, but then you got the drywall layer, right? You got the primer layer,
Well,
which they're
primers
thin,
and
but they're
drywall.
dimensions that exist. They're there.
Because you know it's there.
Yeah, but like,
Somebody could look at that wall and have no idea.
but then like, you can fucking take those same layers, right, from life, but then you have a dimension of the electrical wires. You have the dimensions of the box that the electrical wire goes into to create the light switch. You have the dimension of the insulation, the dimension of the studs, so like, now, take that to life, right? And it's just like, learning to, we'll start here. Learning to walk is like the paint layer. But like, let's make it better. Let's make it the way construction really goes. Learning to walk is the foundation of the concrete, you know? And like, learning to run is like getting the studs up. And like,
Well, it depends on what
fucking-
you're looking at.
well, no, but like, we're talking about, this is just
what
an
kind of
archetype.
progression is it?
This is
Like
just
learning to
human
walk.
life. This is
Is
just
that
human life progression.
Really
This is
more
just
of
a life.
thing, or is it-
Think of a life. Think of a life
It's
and just
transcendent.
let it happen. Just think of a life.
Think of a life.
Just think of a human life. But it's like, okay, you progress, but like, first you're born, right? But then it's like to lay the foundation, it's like I'm going to learn to walk, right? So that's like your concrete, your foundation. Because you don't get to do anything. You don't get to walk around and go to class and think about this and take this course and do nothing. Like, you so underestimate it because it's like that happened so long ago. But it's like, without those bad boys, doesn't happen. And luckily, because of our medical professionals, we made wheelchairs and shit for the people that couldn't get around. You know, because in other societies, those people were like, it's like, well, I guess you're a cripple. You know? But like, fucking, first you start to walk, but then you start to learn to run. That's like your framing and stuff like that. It's like your next layer. It's like you're starting to learn how to do something, some other shit. You're like, oh, well, I'm learning to frame now. It's the same as running, you know, the comparison, they overlap. And then it's like, while you're running, it's like, oh, I'm going to learn to run long distances. And then you start to learn, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to put backing on this. I need to put insulation in here and vapor barrier in here. You know, it's like you as you progress in one area, you're progressing in this other area, kind of. But like, it works like that with everything in life.